We remember the men who fought for a cause that they believed in. What did they believe in? I know from the study of history that some wanted to defend their homeland against an invading army from the north. Some went off to war because it was just an exciting thing to do. I was driving through town the other day and I saw a bumper sticker with a Confederate flag on it that had the caption that read, "The South lost, get over it." People do not stop to realize that we as Americans are still debating the same principles that divided this great nation in the first place, such as does the federal government have the right over states' mandates and laws? Do the states have the right to enforce and protect their borders? We live in the 21st century, thinking as 21st century people think. We forget that there were people still alive in 1861 that were present in the American Revolution. I'm sure this is one of the reasons why North Carolina was the 11th state to secede from the Union. I, however, can give you a proclamation from Governor John W. Ellis as a reason why. North Carolina, whereas by proclamation of Abraham Lincoln, President of the United States, followed by a requisition of Simon Cameron, Secretary of War, I am informed that the said Abraham Lincoln has made a call for 75,000 men to be employed for the invasion of the peaceful homes of the South and for the violent subversion of the liberties of a free people, constituting a large part of the whole population of the late United States. And whereas this high-handed act of tyrannical outrage is not only in violation of all constitutional law, in utter disregard of every sentiment of humanity and Christian civilization, and conceived in a spirit of aggression unparalleled by any act of recorded history, but is a direct step towards the subjugation of the whole South and the conversion of a free republic inherited from our fathers into a military despotism to be established by worse than foreign enemies on the ruins of our once glorious Constitution of Equal Rights. Now therefore I, John W. Ellis, Governor of the State of North Carolina, for these extraordinary causes, do hereby issue this, my proclamation, notifying and requesting the senators and members of the House of Commons of the General Assembly of North Carolina to meet in special session in the Capitol, in the city of Raleigh on Wednesday, the first day of May next, and I furthermore exhort all good citizens throughout the state to be mindful that their first allegiance is due to the sovereignty which protects their homes and dearest interests, as their first service is due for the sacred defense of their hearths and of the soil which holds the graves of our glorious dead. United action in defense of the sovereignty of North Carolina and of the rights of the South becomes now the duty of all, given under my hand and attested by the Great Seal of the State, done at the city of Raleigh the 17th day of April, Anno Domini 1861, and the 85th year of our independence. Signed, John W. Ellis. To you as a representative of the United Confederate Veterans, those men and boys who fought in the conflict. It was not so long ago that these men can be remembered. The last Confederate reunion was in Norfolk, Virginia in 1953. There were 3 soldiers in attendance. The last Confederate veteran died in 1957. As a young man, he mined saltpeter to make gunpowder in the state of Tennessee for the Confederate Army. Any true son of the South can say to you that these are families. They are the great-great-grandfathers and the great-grandfathers and the grandfathers. And in some cases they are the fathers, because there are yet today original sons and original daughters of Confederate veterans still alive, members of the UDC and the Sons of Confederate Veterans. I want to thank you for coming today, and at present I will turn this over to the SCV members who will continue the memorial. Gentlemen.
Ready? Aim. Fire. This concludes our Memorial Day presentation.